The stakes are high as Nigeria heads to the ballot to elect its next president and vice president on the 25th of February. According to Nigeria's electoral body, the Independent National Electoral Commission, a runoff election is a possibility after voters cast their ballot for their third preferred candidate. The 2022 Electoral Act states where no candidate meets the requirements of the majority of the votes cast, Independent National Electoral Commission must conduct elections within 21 days to break the stalemate ahead of the 2023 general elections. INEC says it has decided to print 93.5 million extra ballot papers for possible presidential election runoff. This is in addition to the 93.5 million ballot papers needed for the 25th February presidential elections.
It's the right time to decide what we really want for Nigeria, because enough is enough. It's not about the political parties, but with the youth and the system. We need to make the system comfortable for we and the nation behind.
This election is not sure for anybody, because now we have three parties. Before it used to be two parties, but now it's three parties, and we just have three parties, and there's this particular person that is. People call it a social media person. They want to say it's a social media candidate.
We need the mercy of God from the start, because now everything has it has reached a stage where we can no longer, even masses are the one that is really suffering from this. This does not affect the politicians in any way, because they will always find their way.
In terms of the election, the winner is sure of. We are looking at the main person, which is Ahmed Tinubu. But in terms of the economy, what's going on in the country right now, it's not friendly based on what the central bank, CBN, did to the masses. We don't enjoy it at this moment, which we think we need to talk to our people just to calm down for the election to take place, so the right person can come in.
Nigeria's constitution has a unique requirement for winning successful candidates at the national and state levels must win with a broad level of support to govern effectively. The constitution addresses this specifically in section 134. For the presidency, this section deals with the requirement of getting the most votes, while the second requirement involves receiving 1/4 of the vote from 2/3 of all constituent units. In case candidates are unable to meet the requirement, then runoff elections are held. There are provisions for two runoff elections. The first requires the winner to receive 1/4 of the votes in at least 2/3 of the states in the federation. If no candidate can deliver, the next election is won by whoever has the most votes. Among the presidential candidates to watch out for are three top contenders: Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the ruling All Progressive Congress and opposition politicians Atiku Abubakar from the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party's Peter Obi. It remains to be seen who is able to woo the masses in one of the largest economies of the African continent. For more on this story, our correspondent Louisa Ulani sent us this report.
With emotions running high in the build-up to the 2023 elections in Nigeria, it is very unlikely where the victory pendulum will swing, despite results emanating from various online polls on possible outcomes. One thing is certain: the major contenders are all out for the last-minute campaign at pulling supporters to themselves, and only the man with the most votes, or at least 1/4 of the total votes from 2/3 of all the constituent unit states, as required by the Nigerian Constitution, will emerge as a winner. Observers are skeptical on the possibility of any of the top contenders pulling this off at the initial stage, especially with the emergence of the Labour Party, as the stakes are very high. The president has, however, reiterated his commitment to a free, fair and credible elections. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olani, WION, World is One.